Hey Bold Bays, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for joining with me today. You guys know me, I can't start a video normal. For today's businessy video, since it's Tuesday, and every Tuesday I upload a business training kind of video, especially for those of you in direct sales or just for anybody that's running a home business, because this stuff is hard, guys, so I'm trying to help you out. So today's video is, you ready for this? 5 reasons why people fail at direct sales. So if this is you, if you're in direct sales, then you might want to listen to this and maybe learn what not to do, maybe. So the first reason I have for you today is that people expect instant success and overnight, I messed that up. People expect instant results and overnight success with direct sales. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why people see it as different than any other business that you take your time getting into, you kind of learn about it, do your research, invest a little bit, and then you hope that you break even and start making money within like a year or two. But for some reason, we get in our heads that when we get into direct sales that we're just going to triple our income, quit our full-time job, and just be set to move to Hawaii and live there for the rest of our lives in like a month or 6 months. And it just doesn't happen that way. If you have seen it happen with other people, 2 things. 1, they might have already done the legwork for their business before they actually jumped in, if that makes sense. Meaning that they already built up their network and their contacts and everything before they started their business. So when they jumped in, they kind of carried all that background with them, and that helped them catapult up to the top very quickly. So you see that as like, oh, they had it so easy, it was an overnight success, when really they were building on things that they've already done in their life and things that they did before they started their business, which is awesome that they're able to do that. But for the rest of us, especially if this is your first go around with direct sales and you're coming from nothing, it's going to take some time. Which leads me into my kind of subcategory of this one is people expect major big results, but they don't do major big things. If you want to change your life and to double your income and to do these epically amazing things and to be the top leader in your company, you're going to have to do big things. You're going to have to be a leader. You're going to have to pave the way. You're going to have to get out there and be fearless and be yourself and do these scary things that these big leaders are doing that you just don't see, because you just see them as just, I don't know, however you're seeing them. You just see them as having it easier, I guess. But what you don't see is all the behind work, the late nights, all the pioneering that they're doing to get to where they are. So just keep that in mind, that it takes time. You're not going to be an overnight success with direct sales. So you need to give it a year or even 2 years or even 3 years. And that's okay. It's going to take time, and just be patient with it. Don't give up. Number 2, don't be offended when I say this, but the second reason people fail at direct sales is because they're too salesy. They're too salesy and they're ingenuine, and they're treating everybody like a prospect, and they're chasing away their friends and family because all they want from you is for you to sign up so they can get their commission, and they just want you to buy the product even if they don't feel like you really need it, or if they don't feel like it's a real fit for you. They're just trying to make a buck, and they're trying to grow their business as fast as they can. And that's the wrong way to do it, you guys. I'm sorry if that's what your upline is teaching you. They're teaching you wrong. That might have been the way to do it, like, I don't know, back in the 90s or early 2000s, but that's not how we do it nowadays. Especially with my company, Mascara Beauty, we are changing that negative stigma of direct sales because that's just icky. Like, who likes doing that? Who likes chasing away their friends and family? Who likes being that guy? No one wants to be that guy, so don't be that guy. So don't, like, Facebook message that girl you went to college with once and say, hi, so weird, I was just thinking about you, and I think that you would really love this company. You should totally sign up. Like, everybody knows that that's not real and that's not you. So don't do that. I promise you that doing that, you're going to feel icky and you're going to chase people away and you're not going to get success. And if you do, it's going to be that instant one, but it's not going to be a solid foundation that's going to last for the longevity of your business. You might get those quick impulse people that are like, yeah, okay, like, you're kind of pressuring me and I can't say no, like, okay, I'll buy or I'll sign up. But they don't do anything with it because they really weren't there. Their heart wasn't in it. They didn't really want it. And so just remember that. And stop treating everybody like a prospect or a sale. Treat people like people. And if you genuinely think that your products can help them make their life easier, then tell them that and make sure that you are portraying that you are passionate about these things and you do think that they can help you. And I promise you that you will be much more successful in your business if you take that route versus the icky, like, no one wants to talk to that person route. Keep that in mind. Number 3. The third reason people fail at direct sales is because they don't have a good, solid, strong, supportive upline. A lot of you maybe joined just with a friend you knew or like someone that had a big following on Instagram. You're like, oh, well, they've got to know what they're doing, right? They have like a ton of followers. So you just join them, like, whatever. Most companies, at least my company, once you sign up with somebody like a team or like an individual, you can't switch. Like, you can't just like flop around from like team to team, which I love that they do that because it's just better that way so that you're not blaming the person for your success, so there's not like weird fights and stuff going on. I don't know. I think it's good, and it probably makes it a lot better for them too on their end, not making things complicated. So here's the thing. Not only with Mascara Beauty, I'm not just talking about my company, any direct sales company, do your research a little bit on some people out there, like trying to get to know some of the leaders or some of the people that are representing the company, and really decide, do I align with this person? Like, do I get along with them? Do they share similar life goals as me? Do we kind of live a similar lifestyle? Like, is she a stay-at-home mom? Is she kind of shy like I am? And so she could really teach me a few things, how to get over that. You really want to align with somebody that's similar to you because they're going to be walking the same path as you are and they're going to have similar goals as you. But also, it's not just about numbers. Don't look at the person that has the biggest team or is at the biggest rank, because sometimes that could be a bad thing. That could mean that they might be too busy to really give you that one-on-one and that 100% support that you need when you first start a business in direct sales, because that first month or 2 months or 6 months that you start a direct sales business, it's really hard. And it's really hard to stay motivated, and it's really hard to try and soak in all the information that's coming at you and to decide, oh, is that the right path? Is that the right path? It's hard. And so you need somebody that can be with you and kind of hold your hand for the first little while until they kick you out of the nest and you can fly and be free like a bird. Do you like my metaphor? So just keep that in mind when you're searching for an upline. It's so important to have one. It's so important to have that sisterhood that's always pushing you forward and helping you and giving you the tools and training that you need to have in your business. So I'm not saying that upline makes or breaks it. It all comes down to you. Bottom line, it's you that makes or breaks to your success in this business. I'm just saying that an upline is just like the family that just lifts you up and says it's gonna be okay, you can do this. And I don't know, I love my upline personally, and I know I'm doing what I need to do, but on my hard days they're right there with me, and it's been amazing. And I don't think I'd be as far as I am without that. So Number 4, this kind of ties into that. Another reason people fail at direct sales is because they don't have a supportive circle like at home. So not in the business, like their family, their spouse, their friends. If you don't have your family and friends, especially your spouse, supporting you, if they think that this is dumb or like or a con or like whatever they're calling it, it's really hard to stick with the business, and it's really hard to make those big moves and to invest in it and to put your time into it, because you're always kind of like walking on eggshells around those people and kind of like, well, I don't know, I don't want to do that because they're just gonna like make fun of me, or they're gonna think I'm wasting my time. And it's really hard, and that's unfortunately one of the things you don't really have a ton of control over, except for just, I don't know, maybe like shaking them and saying like, hey, I need your support. You're my family. You're supposed to be my number one. I need your support on this because I'm passionate about this and this is what I want to do and I want to change our life. And so either get on board with me or else I'm going to go succeed and prove you wrong. Don't leave them. Don't give them like an ultimatum, like, it's either the business or our marriage, so make your choice. Because that's not a good, don't do that, people. Like, and then don't say, like, some girl on YouTube told me I had to divorce you because you weren't supporting me. Don't do that, please. But do express to them how important it is to you and how important it is to your success that they are with you and that they are helping you as much as they can. Because especially if you are starting out without a large network like I am, like no social network, no big social media following, it's so important to have that family and those friends kind of helping you at first, because you're starting from ground zero, so it's good to have that foundation to build up off of until you don't necessarily need them anymore. Does that make sense? Okay, last one, 5. And this is probably the biggest one that really gets people when times are hard, is comparing yourself to other people in your company. Comparing yourself to those big leaders, to those top rankers, and you're just looking at them and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. She's just taking all the customers. She's taking all the team members. I can't be like her. I can't do that. I'm just going to give up because she's already done it all. I can't do it, you know? Makes me so sad when people do that, because yes, she's doing all those things, but guess what? She's not you. She's not you. You can do everything she's doing, and you can do it in your own unique way, and people are going to come to you because of you. So even though you both are selling the same product, or you're doing the same things, you're both on Instagram, whatever, they're going to come to her because they click with her, or they're going to come to you because they click with you. I truly believe that, and I've truly seen that manifest in my own business, of people who have seen multiple videos from other artists, and yet they come to me because they're like, I don't know, I just felt a connection with you, and I just thought that we would vibe good together, and I just felt like I could trust you. And I love that. I love that I'm putting that out there, and I'm putting that message out there, because that's exactly what it's about. So keep that in mind. And don't compare your success to their success, because yours is going to look completely different. Don't compare your chapter 1 with their chapter 5 or 10 or 20. You know, like I said, they've already done the legwork. If it was in their business or before their business, they've already done the work, and now they're where they're at. And you can't say, oh, but I've been in this for 6 months or for a year and I'm not where she's at. It doesn't matter. It's different. You're on a different journey. You have different goals. You have different skills and talents and other things you're bringing to your business. So you can't compare that. You just can't. So stop. What I suggest to my girls and what I've done, let's be grammatically correct here, is I don't follow other artists. That's what we're called in my company, is artists. And I don't follow them like on social media and stuff, not because I don't want to be like in the sisterhood and support everybody, because we're all about that. I just found myself getting in the comparing game, you know, like, oh, what is she posting? Like, oh, should I be doing that? Or like, oh, but she's like posting like a lot more of this, so like I should probably, no, like it was being messy, and I was comparing myself, and I was like looking at one artist thinking, how does she have that many followers already? Like, what the heck? I should maybe try and be like her. No, don't be like them. Be like you. Just be you. That's all you need to do in this business, because you are selling the same thing a bunch of other people in your company are selling. And so the only difference in this company, the only variable, is you. That's it. You got to sell you, not your product. You've got to sell the feeling and the passion behind it, and you've got to serve people and really tell them how this company, or how your company and how your products can change your life and can make them happier or healthier or whatever you're selling. And yeah, don't give up. Hang in there. Direct sales is hard. It's really hard because there's a negative stigma about it almost everywhere you go, and it's hard to put yourself out there, and it's hard to run your own business because it's a real business, you guys. It's not just some social media game or whatever. It gets personally, or you get personally invested, and it's hard when you get rejected, and it's hard when sales are slow, but don't give up. Find a way to motivate yourself. Reach out to your upline, reach out to your spouse, read some books, do whatever you need to do to get back in that mindset of, I can do this. I've got to push through these things. I've got to be patient and consistent and give it time, and it's going to be amazing, because I really believe this model is incredible. For those that can really make it work and stick it out and figure out the ways or the things they need to do to have success, it's so much better than a 9-to-5 job or, I don't know, other jobs out there. That's what I think anyway. I think it's the best because I get to work at home with my kids and I get to do something I love and I get to make money for it. So to me, that's perfect. That's what I want. Okay, with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video and sticking around. I know this one was kind of a longer one, but it was so important for me to get this out there because I know so many people are struggling with it and I struggle with it sometimes, but just hang in there. And make sure to like this video and leave me a comment. If you're having a hard time, if you want to chat, even if you're not in my company, I would still love to chat with you and help you out any way I can. And go out and do something bold today. Be you. Be original. And I'll see you guys next time.